what I have here is your typical LS truck water pump, you know, a 5.3, 6 liter, out of trucks and Suburbans and whatnot. And what happens is a lot of guys try to swap it into, you know, something else, and they go to an electric fan, and the water pump just sticks out too far. And the question always comes up, you know, can I cut this off right here? And the answer to that is yes. A lot of guys have cut that off. I don't like to cut it below the threads just because there's not a lot left on the shaft at that point. But it's been done, and if you do that, I think it's probably a good idea to kind of weld it, you know, just maybe run a wash pass with a TIG around it on the outside. But what I wanted to show you here is, you can see here where the belt actually rides is 3/8 of an inch from the edge of the pulley. And what you can do, well, I'll show you. I'll go ahead and show you this measurement here. About how far this thing sticks out currently is right at about 7 1/4. But we're going to shove that on farther. We're going to press this pulley down so that the belt, instead of riding here, rides out here. And then when we cut it off, we'll gain another 3/8 of an inch. So what I've done, just a prep here, is I've taken the back of the water pump off the cover, and that's because we want to support that shaft right there when we press it. So I'll go ahead and get it set up in the press, and we'll push this thing on. Alright, so I got it set up. This is a socket just so I'm pushing on the pulley and not the shaft itself. And then I've got it supported just on some scrap metal here, so I'm not pushing the shaft through the water pump. We don't want to change any of those things. And then basically I'm just gonna press it until I get down to about, oh, I don't know, 1 1/4 inches. So I'll get started here and see if we can get her to move. Yep, there she goes. Shoving it right on. This is just a little 12-ton cheapy press, and we're probably about right where we want to be, 1 1/4 inches. So now I'll go ahead and pull this thing out of the press and cut that shaft off. Now here it is all finished up. I went ahead and put a TIG pass around that just so it doesn't move, and then we'll measure it here and give you a good idea how much you actually save lengthwise. Should be roughly 1 inch. Tape measure ready here. Yeah, we're right at about 6 1/4. So I took 1 inch off of it. Maintain all functionality, move the belt basically just right out here to the outside edge. Time to throw the back cover on and it's ready to go. Well, this water pump's trash just for demonstration purposes, but that's all you gotta do.